Welcome back to our Profits Unlimited podcast channel, recorded live here on Turf's Up Radio studio in Louisville, Kentucky. Our talk today is going to be, what are you doing to not only continue to create value, or are you getting complacent with that customer because they've been around for a number of years, or you just kind of forget about them? Not that you forget about them, literally. But I think sometimes after somebody's been with us for so long, we start to call them our customer. That's my customer. And that's okay if you want to look at it that way, that that's my customer. But what we have to do at Wayne's Lawn Service, and what you need to do, is to flip that around just a little bit, to not where we say as a business owner, that's my customer. What do we want the customer to say? The goal for you is for that customer to say, that's my lawn service. Because when they say that's my lawn service, you've achieved the goal of loyalty. What are you doing for your customers that have been around, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12, 15 years, to let them see that you still appreciate their loyalty to your company? Or is it just every season you're just going back out and doing the same thing over and over and over again for them, giving them a chance to get complacent? You've become a little complacent, and now we lose a long-term customer that we had a really good relationship with. A few things that we can do as a business is, do you still communicate with your long-term customers? Now, if you're a one-truck operation or a two-truck operation and you're seeing that customer on a regular basis, then certainly you're probably seeing them at least some, right? But if you're a larger company, are you still having verbal communication occasionally with them? It's easy to send an email, it's easy to send them a text, but, good relationships are personal relationships. And it's hard to fire somebody that you like and And by keeping that relationship, that communication relationship there, I think goes a long way to increasing the loyalty that your customers have with your company. That's the communication side, but what about an evaluation sheet? Are you giving your customers a chance to evaluate your service? Well, they've been a customer for 10 years. Certainly they're happy with it. If you're not asking if they're happy, maybe they're to the point of accepting a little bit of mediocrity as well, because maybe they don't know or expect it to get any better than just the average service. So that's why they're staying with you. Utilize an effective evaluation sheet, something very simple, whether you do it in paper format or electronic format, where you email it to them, however you want to get it to them, but have them tell you what kind of job you're doing. Because what I've found in 40 years of in business, even though I'm verbally communicating with somebody, sometimes people don't like to tell you you're not doing something right, but they'll put it down in writing or they'll email it when you ask for their feedback. So give your customers an opportunity to tell, hey, I'd like you to do this better. Give them an opportunity to feel like you care and you want to listen to what their needs and wants really are. What we have to do as a business is to create the value in their minds, and don't allow that value or that perceived value fall off the table. And that's what I think the biggest challenge is for any of us. Wayne's Lawn Service, your business, whoever it is what are we doing to keep that perceived value? Responding to complaints. You've serviced somebody long enough, you're going to have some things you don't do right. How do you respond to those complaints? Do you call them back quickly? Is the level of the service consistent? Is the level of the service dependable? Not just from a quality standpoint, but is it dependable? Or because somebody's been around sometimes for a long time, do we think, well, I'll take care of Mr. Smith tomorrow. I'm going to throw this new person in there and get them taken care of. You understand your routes. I don't understand your routes. But what I do understand, it's kind of like sometimes the cable companies, right? Or DirecTV or whoever it may be in your market. They always want to give all these specials to new clients. Ask yourself this question. How's that make you feel? So when you're offering mulching or hedge trimming or whatever diversification of services that you offer your customers, are you giving your long-term loyal clients something that makes them feel special as well? Or is it just for new clients? Because what we saw happening at Wayne's Lawn Service, quite honestly, was we were doing all this promotion toward new customers coming in, but we were forgetting a little bit about the customers that we already had. Let's don't forget about the customers that we already have. We've constantly, regardless of how long that customer's been around, we've got to understand and appreciate the fact that we can't forget about them. We can't get complacent. Let your customers know you care, not just one way, but many ways. And that's how we retain our customers year after year after year after year. And at the end of the day, just remember one thing: profit is not a dirty word.